Hey guys, Douglas here. I'm probably looking like a crazy person. It's like 5 a.m. in Medellin, but I'm up and I've been thinking about like fractally and I don't want to say Dan Larimer, but yeah, like his ideas and whether or not he's dedicated to what a fractal is, whether or not he's even dedicated to the project. Because like I'm editing now the awesome EOS repo and like there's no link to Eden, there's no link to Fractally. It's been like a year. I know that these things slip through, but like, come on, somebody should be getting that. Eden for 1 year. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to rant about. What I'm here to explore my own thoughts about is the idea of personal property. Now, growing up in like, rural America, personal property was like the number one most important thing in my like upbringing. Um, and I've been evolving this idea as I learn more and more about like both physics but spirituality and also like how other extraterrestrial civilizations run their planets, run their societies. And it's like this idea of personal property is very interesting because it is a human concept. So my question is like, is it a purely human concept or does it have some basis in nature or in the systems that we see in reality? So I'm processing this thought that what is actually connected to anything else, that could sort of be related to property. Well, going back to the torus shape, or let's just not even get there. Let's just go to the fractal shape. So we have a tree. Would you consider the branches the private property of that tree? I think it would make sense. And if we can follow this geometric model, we can understand that this sort of like property, nature's property model, if you want to call it that, needs a branching. So it needs a center point and a branching off in all directions. We have this fractal, the torus shape I love to talk about. And you have this point of center unity, and then you have this branching out and then going back into that point of unity. So we're going to say that that point of unity is the owner of these sort of things for our personal property analogy. So where are we seeing this? We're seeing this on Earth. Now, we are the personal property of Earth, right? And I think that's important to think because we're going to translate personal property to something else, right? We are the personal property. Our body is the personal property of our heart and our consciousness, our center, right? And it's really not that. It's really this energetic center, this beingness that we are. Our chakras, that is our owner. And we are the personal property of that owner. If we look into nature and follow this made-up model I made at 5 a.m. in Medellin in my bedroom, my living room, whatever. So guys, I want you to think about personal property. Is it resonant? Should it be something that we explore? I know there's gonna be people like, Doug is a communist. He wants to get rid of personal property. Maybe. I don't think we're advanced enough as a society to be communist. Like, honestly, I think that some of the most advanced social extraterrestrial civilizations are like what we would consider like the most highest level of communism. And because they have such homogeny and such, I guess, advanced social systems that they're able to do that. But what comes along with that is boringness, right? So even if you run a perfect communist society, there's a good chance it's going to be boring. Even if you're providing for everybody's needs and things like that, because you don't have that 2% of evil, so to speak, going out and fucking shit up and making things interesting, right? So I do believe in personal property, but I also believe in geometry far more. And I think that by understanding this sort of simple model of governor functional, you have the governor channel and the functional channel, like this model of this is the owner is the center of the torus, the unity point, because we are all God and we are God's children, if you want to call unity God. And then this branching out and this branching out connecting back to that center point. That's your personal property. So these models of personal property based on nature, they're equal, right? Because you have the torus shape and then you have equality on all other sides. Also, like with this model of personal property, if it was lopsided, like if you, let's say you're a billionaire and you have all of this personal property, but it's all on one side, it's all over towards your business. Well, you can see the geometry of that and you understand it's not in resonance. So one of the reasons that I'm developing these geometric models is because it's much easier for the human brain to comprehend and process information visually. Computers too, we actually like take tabular data and run it into an image and then run it through an image processor to do complex AI functions. So personal property, according to the universe, is center of unity, that is the owner, and then the property all here. If we want to use this model, we can start to visualize ourselves and all of our personal property spread out around us and see if it's lopsided, right? And we can do that with other people in our society. We can do that with organizations in our society and start to gain a deeper understanding as to the resonance that we are having as we're interacting together on this amazing planet Earth. That was a lot of rambling. Peace.